and welcome back to the Shamrock Quilt Studio. Hi everyone, it's Kim from the Shamrock Quilt Studio. I'm up in the studio today trying to finish up some things and work on some ideas for new projects and plans for 2025. And I wanted to quickly remind you that we dropped a video on Wednesday on our Christmas project. That is going to be a series of 6 episodes. They will drop every Wednesday beginning this past Wednesday the 18th until we're all done. And when we're done in 6 weeks, the project will be done and we'll be able to show you the final episode with the final project. And that has been a project for me that has kind of been all-encompassing. It's taken more time than I thought because I wanted to get far enough into the project so that it would move quickly and allow you to finish this before the holidays. I have always found that when I see something I like for Christmas or Easter or 4th of July or Labor Day or whatever it is, I always see it too late to be able to do it, and it frustrates me. So I wanted to make sure we dropped this early enough in the year that you would actually have time to do it. And if you start now or in the next week or so, you should have plenty of time to finish this before the holidays. Like I said, it's a 6-week project, so if you're following along, I think you should have pretty much all the time you need to get the task done in that time frame. And if you don't, then you still have some time after we finish up the videos before the holiday season if something unexpected happens for you. It has been a bit of a situation where it's kind of sucked all the rest of the air out of the room, and some of my other projects are behind, so that's what I'm working on today to try to catch some of those up. And most urgent is our October block of the month, where I'm working on some things. I've got my fabrics together. I will give you a little hint that it's going to involve a pumpkin and some bats. And we're going to use a free pattern that we got off the internet. I'll share that with you. And we're going to use some techniques out of the book Farm Girl Vintage. We're not using the exact pattern, but we're kind of looking at how something was done and do something very similar. And that should be interesting as well. Those are my immediate plans for 2024. And as we roll into 2025, I want to tell you that my emphasis is going to be on finishing the big projects that I have. That's my personal goal. I have several quilts out there that need to be quilted that I just haven't had time to work on. So any of the new projects that we do here on the channel, and I know that that's what you as a viewer are looking to see, new projects, new ideas to jumpstart what you're working on. Most of them I think are going to be smaller projects that we can kind of work on and get finished. They're going to be smaller in time, smaller in size. And I've got 2 in mind already that I want to work on, and then we'll go from there. The one that's most exciting to me is I'm going to work on a wall hanging, and I have seen something similar in a full-size quilt that is just stunning. But like I said, I don't want another full-size quilt right now. I'm looking for smaller items that maybe we can hang on the wall here or somewhere else in my home. And this is going to be something that I think is kind of, I'm just going to venture out. To me, it feels Amish. It is going to be a traditional quilt block in neon colors, and it's going to use a black background. And I've already purchased the fabrics. We're going to be looking at a smaller size project, maybe 30 by 30 for here for the show. And if you decide to take that and run with it and make it something even bigger, that's great. If I had time, that's what I would do, but that just simply doesn't fit into my calendar at this time. So that's the most exciting one I have for 2025 coming up. And I've got some other things in mind that I really want to work on, some things that are a little outside the box as far as quilting goes, but are still using the same techniques that we use for quilting. I also want to film some more how-tos because I think that there is a opportunity out there to provide some content for folks who may be just starting in quilting, that you think you have the concept down, but when you put it in practice, sometimes you get lost and you don't really know. So I want to start a series of how-to little short videos that demonstrate how to do something that an experienced sewer or an experienced quilter may already know, but a beginner doesn't. And let me just say finally that a lot of us here on this channel, my analytics tell me that you are my age or older, and I can certainly see where that makes a lot of sense, because as a younger person having a family to manage and a job and everything else, I didn't have time for quilting. And I think as we get older, some of our responsibilities begin to take less time and we have more time to quilt. But on the other hand, we need to understand that we have to encourage younger quilters to find a love in this art form so that quilting can always be something that we have as a pastime, as a art appreciation, and from the functional standpoint of these quilts were initially designed as both a creative outlet and a functional part of our day-to-day life. So I would like to think that some of the things I'm doing are helpful to foster that love in younger quilters or new quilters. And if you find yourself in that category, again, drop me a message below and let me know what I can do to help you. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great week and you've got something fabulous that you're sewing on. And we'll see you next week here at the Shamrock Quilt Studio. Bye.